What's going on, guys? Amino back with another video. Today I'll be showing you guys my Hanzo guide on how hopefully to become a better Hanzo player. Let's begin by talking about Hanzo's kit. Hanzo's first ability is his Scatter Arrow. It's a really good tool used for targeting enemies from behind cover or even dealing high damage to tanks. His second ability is his Sonic Arrow. It's a really good tool because you can put it onto terrain or enemies to detect the areas around them. If you do happen to land the arrow onto an enemy, it'll detect the area around them, but it will also follow them for a certain amount of time and detect the areas where they move to. Hanzo's passive, his wall climb, is one of the most essential parts of his kit. It helps you to get to various vantage points, and it opens up a bunch of new paths that you can use to get behind the enemies and to surprise them. In Hanzo's ultimate, he shoots out 2 dragons in a massive AoE spell that deals damage over time. I'll describe how exactly you want to use this spell later in the video. As I said before, Hanzo's wall climb is one of the most important parts of his kit, and here I'll show you guys the various locations that you can get to using this passive.
Lips, it tasted like those cigarettes. Staring at the moon, we'd go to bed. In my arms, you're safe and sound, without a threat. And I can't wait to see what happens next. How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit long? How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit long?
Before we get to the in-game footage, I want to show you guys some tips that I want you to remember while in-game. The first of which is your positioning. As Hanzo, you want to stick towards the back of your team. This allows you to get vantage points and to shoot without being in danger of getting damaged from other enemies. The second tip is targeting. This goes for almost every damage dealing champ though, because as a damage dealing champ you want to be targeting the supports and other damage dealers. The tanks are usually there just to suck up the damage. So as Hanzo, you want to make sure that you're targeting other snipers and the supports as well, just all the damage dealers. And given that Hanzo's arrows are projectiles, meaning they drop off over long distances, you want to be leading your shots. This means you want to shoot ahead of your enemies while trying to predict their movements to land more of your shots. And finally, you want to be ulting often but effectively. This means you want to be ulting from unpredictable locations to maximize the amount of damage you're actually going to output, because from unpredictable locations it gives the enemies less time to actually react and get out of the ulti. This allows you to deal more damage to get more kills.
How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit long? I need us to be a little bit high, a little bit long, completely alone. tasted like those cigarettes. Staring at the moon, we'd go to bed. In my arms, you're safe and sound, without a threat. And I can't wait to see what happens next. How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit low? How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit low? We're still a little bit young, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit dumb, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit young, but I'm all in. We're still a little bit dumb, but I'm all in. A little bit high, a little bit low. I need us to be a little bit high, a little bit low, completely alone.
Teleporter online. We move quickly.
Our lips, they tasted like those cigarettes. Staring at the moon, we'd go to bed in my completely alone.
Say that it feels right.